This internet isn't coming from here. It's coming from a Starlink over a mile away. But getting it here turned into the hardest installation I've ever done. A quick background on what I do. I provide Starlink internet to homes and businesses in my community. When I first launched the service, I started handing out flyers to create awareness. One business owner barely seemed interested. I left him a flyer and thought, well, that's probably the last I'll hear from him. Boy, was I wrong. A couple of days later, the same person came looking for me at my office, ready to pay for an installation at his business. He paid in full and I gave him a timeline for the project. On the outside, I looked confident and professional. Inside, I was nervous. The longest link I've ever installed was about 450 meters. This one was over a mile, and that's where the real challenge began. Before I start any installation, I always plan it using satellite imagery. That's when I spotted something that almost ruined the entire project. This tree. For a wireless bridge to work reliably, you will need a clear line of sight between both devices. The longer the link, the more important that becomes. I couldn't go through the tree, couldn't go around it, and cutting it down wasn't an option because people in the area use it for shade. So I had to come up with another plan. Just across the street from the client's shop, there was an old street light that is sat outside the tree's canopy. It wasn't ideal, but it looked like my best chance. Unfortunately, the tree wasn't my only problem. I climbed up the street light and mounted my network radio. The plan was simple. Install the radio on the pole, run an Ethernet cable across the street and around a power pole, then into the client's shop. Simple. Except it wasn't. It took me nearly 3 hours because it was a busy market day and the traffic made everything more difficult. Finally, I finished. I plugged the Ethernet cable into my laptop, but nothing came up. No internet, no connection, nothing. After troubleshooting, I discovered that the problem was the bridge not getting enough power because I had put too much stress on the Ethernet cable by twisting it around the pole. That was the first big lesson this project taught me. I never knew something like that could happen. Now I had to undo everything I just spent hours building. Before I could come up with another plan, the weather made the decision for me. Rain started pouring. I packed everything up and went home completely defeated. And honestly, I started wondering if I should just refund the client. The next morning, I came back early before the street got busy again. I removed everything from the street lights and sat in the car for a few minutes, trying to figure out my next move. That's when a new idea came to me. Instead of mounting the equipment on the street lights, why not install the hardware at the shop directly opposite the client? The client doesn't need the wireless bridge beside the shop, he just needs a strong Wi-Fi signal inside it. So that became the new plan. I mounted the hardware on the roof, connected the router, plugged everything in, and success! Everything worked. I can't even describe the relief I felt in that moment. I honestly thought I have finally done it. And then, another problem. The internet was working perfectly, but the Wi-Fi signal wasn't reaching the client's shop across the street. So technically, the installation worked, but the customer still couldn't use it. Thankfully, I had another router with me. I had originally installed a Xiaomi AC1200, but given the distance, it simply wasn't enough. So I had to upgrade it to an AX3000 class router, and that solved the signal problem. The Wi-Fi finally reached the client's shop, and everything worked perfectly. After everything was finished, the client told me something I'll never forget. He said after everything that happened on the first day, he completely lost hope that the project would work. But the moment he saw the final result, he was glad he trusted me. He even said he would recommend my service to his customers. That meant more to me than he probably realized. I spent 2 days stressed, frustrated, and doubting myself. Meanwhile, the client was quietly rooting for me the whole time. What I thought would be my hardest installation ended up becoming my greatest learning experience. Every installation I've done since has been better because of the lessons I learned from this project. And if you are wondering how the entire network actually works, let me know in the comments or simply just like the video and I'll make a follow-up video breaking down every piece of equipment I use and show exactly how you can build a setup like this yourself. Until then, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.